Hi, I'm Better Call Chad, and these are things you will need to prep for the winter. If you're watching my videos, you are someone who wants to get ahead of it. So let's make sure we're getting the things we need for wintertime to be ready. Before we get started, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. That's the best way to support me. And check out bettercallchad.com for my online consultations and DIY lawn kits. Now, let's get right into this video. Now guys, winter is just around the corner, or if you're watching this video late, winter is here. And here's a few things you'll need for the winter time. Now for fertilizer, the best thing you can do in the winter time is potassium, which we call potash. Something like a 0050, a 0030, something like that is great to have. Humic acid and sea kelp as well. Those are three great things to be applying through the winter time. Now, Simple Lawn Solution makes a great product with humic, sea kelp, and potassium called Soil Hume that you can apply. So that has all the three things I just recommended that are good for wintertime. And then just and then if you're gonna do the potash, the potassium, granular potassium works great. That is not a problem at all. Now, what I highly recommend is make sure you find a potassium that has low chlorine levels. Now, if you have a Zoysia lawn, this is the most important thing you can do. Zoysia grass is very susceptible to chlorine, and potassium is very commonly has it. So I recommend all grass types try to avoid the higher chlorine potassiums, but they're definitely more expensive, and for your other turf types, it's not going to be too much of a problem. But for Zoysia, it absolutely will. So make sure you find a low chlorine blend of potassium, especially for my Zoysia grass folks. And then you're going to want to apply these products every 30 to 45 days. Now, the sea kelp and the humic is not a must, but definitely do the potassium. Potassium feeds the root system. In the winter, the grass is still actively alive, of course, and we want to give the roots their time to grow, because all rest of the year the top of the grass is growing. So let's expand those roots in the foundation, and it will absolutely help your lawn through spring, summer, and fall. Now, for my people in freeze zone 10 to 13, you are gonna still have brown patch fungus in the wintertime. This is usually more of a fall issue, but because you're in such a warmer climate where it's not gonna get too cold, you're gonna still actively have brown patch fungus. I have a video all about brown patch, what it looks like, and how to treat it on my channel. So for people in those zones, please check that out, because you'll definitely be dealing with that. Now for weeds, Celsius Extra, and Blindside are three really good winter weed controls to use for warm season grass. These will kill most of your lawn issues, and they're really effective because they're best when it's cooler, because they're what we call hot products. And of course, there's definitely way more herbicides you can use. Those aren't the only ones, but those are ones I use often and have great experience with. And I know especially Celsius you can get in small sizes, so it makes it affordable. Now, definitely avoid applying herbicides before and after a freeze. I would say a week before and a week after a freeze. Now, this is absolutely the most important for St. Augustine grass. You can definitely stress and damage your grass if you're applying weed controls a week before or right after a freeze. Make sure in the winter to keep watering at least 1 day a week. If it rains, then that's good and it counts, but don't turn it off and leave it. Remember, the grass is still alive, and especially if you're giving it potassium, we want to make sure it's getting the water, so that way those roots are still growing and thriving through the winter time. I can always tell in the springtime who waters through the winter and who doesn't by how their lawn comes back, because their lawn is in a lot better shape and can take the winter a lot better, and when spring comes, the lawn bounces back a lot faster just from watering. And the last thing is mowing. Only mow as needed and keep the same mow height. Don't mow lower and adjust the mow height. Keep the same height when mowing your lawn through the winter. And that's what you need to prep for winter, or if you're already watching this in winter, this is what you need to do now. So I appreciate all the support. Like, comment, share my videos. That's the best way to support me. And check out bettercallchad.com for my DIY lawn kits and online consultations. I appreciate the support and have a great rest of your day.